Hello, good evening or afternoon. Let's So I am still working on this whatchamacallit blanket. But it has grown a lot. So this is cake number 3, or what's left of cake number 3. And I have a 4th cake coming after this. And then I will be done. Sometimes back post half double crochets can feel tricky. I don't get the same nice flow when doing these as some other of the stitches, but that's fine. Just takes a little bit longer than I would like. But yeah, you can see the back of the blanket. We're starting in the middle with pink, and then here is where the cakes meet in the yellow and green, because then it's mirrored. And in this pink here is where 2 cakes have met also, because then you get the same mirrored color. And yes, I have not tucked away my yarn ends yet. But I'm really loving how the fades go into each other. And like the big fade from the center out here, it's pretty big of a distance, but it is center square. So the rows get longer and longer. But yeah, from here to here is 1 cake, and then from here to here is 1 cake. And I'm almost at where this cake will end. So a little bit longer there before we jump into the next and final cake. And I can flip it over and you'll see the pattern. Really, really pretty with the mini popcorns and the pineapples on this row here. I think these clusters look like pineapples with the crossed stitches on top. Really cute. But you don't get the pineapple feel when you get these clusters in different colors. It's just here. It feels a bit tropical. So yeah, I've been working quite a lot on this one since I do have a deadline ish. Well, it needs to be done by next weekend. But I know I'm gonna be able to make that, so it's not anything I worry about. I'm just gonna relax and enjoy the journey on the way there. And of course, I will also have some coffee on the way there. I have to show you. I got the cutest coffee cups. I don't want to spill, or maybe I'm not going to be able to show. It has a face. Well, I'm going to get some coffee out. And maybe I'll dare to show the face a little bit more. It has a face. It's cute. Are you feeling spooky? Trying to scare me, are you? So tomorrow, fingers crossed, I get more yarn. I'm pretty sure I get the yarn tomorrow. Unless DOL screws me over. They're usually good. So, yeah. I'm pretty much expecting yarn tomorrow. Then we get squishy mail. Well, I was thinking that maybe I will do a full unboxing live here on YouTube. We will see. I'm thinking that then I don't have to do it 2 times. Show everyone at the same time. I have done double showing and telling of my hauls in the past. In different places. With different people. Is it lazy to do everything at once on YouTube instead? I don't know. Oh, you have? What have you found? Now I'm curious. Since you are scared of that colorway, cactus flower is Twister. Secret. So why are you even telling me if it's a secret? Now I'm gonna be all nosy and curious. But you already knew that. That's why you're telling me that it's a secret. I am so terrible at this. You're making popcorns. Yay! That's always fun. I have popcorns. Soon time for a new round of popcorns. After this round, there's one more round and then there's popcorns. But these popcorns are not standard popcorns. These are half double crochet. 4 of them, and a normal popcorn to me. When I say normal, it's 5 double crochets. It's fairly simple. I'll help you if you can't figure it out. It's not that hard, it's just tricky until you figure it out. And also, sometimes it's hard to know if it's a popcorn or a bubble stitch or puff stitch or yeah. Or what the difference between all of them stitches are. I like popcorns because they're easy to have, very consistent. They get very same every time. Puff stitches can vary depending on how much you pull your stitches up. So I don't think that the puff stitches are as easy. Oh, you found a tutorial for a shawl or a pattern on a video? I'm getting a color change. Here it is. So, yeah, I only have 1 strand left of the green, and then we're all yellow again. I'm getting closer and closer to being able to switch to the last cake, which is going to be awesome. I'm so ready to be done with this. It's really gorgeous, and I'm really happy about working on it. But I am getting a little tired. I've been working on this so much in a short time period, but it's because I have a deadline, so I need to get it done. Otherwise, I would most likely have had more breaks or yeah. But then again, it's nice to have easy work like this because it is easy when I don't have to do a lot of color changes myself. The yarn is doing the work for me, which is very convenient. Makes it a lot easier. Just good. But I have been working on some other things a little bit on the side, since this is for the little birthday girl. I can't do anything on this one. She's awake and at home running around. So I have been working on a pattern test for a designer, and that's been quite fun. I'm not finished with it yet, and that's also a little bit on a deadline, but I think I'll be pretty much done with it in time, since I'm working on it in the afternoons a lot. I have it here. I can give you a little sneak. And the sneak peek is, let's see, where is the hook? Don't want to lose it to the couch. Almost did. We have a sneak peek in grays and pink. And it is alpine stitch. And there is some more details to it as well. But since it is a pattern in, well, testing, I'm not going to show too much. But I'm loving the colors. It's really, really fun. And this is yarn that I had laying around at home with the right thickness. So that's the only thing I went with. I found a yarn that had the right thickness, maybe not the right amount, because I should have done more with the gray before switching to the next color, but that's just a minor thing, and I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I think that the designer is more focused on getting the pattern as correct and easy to read and all of that stuff, rather than that my sample is the exact colors. So that's that. I'll show that one more when it's done. And, well, when the designer says it's okay to show more. It's a skirt, by the way, if I didn't say that. I'm not sure that gray and pink is really my type of colors, but I think I will wear it because it's not going to be too much pink. It's just a fun little, like, pop of color, I guess. So it's a journey either way, right? And all the yarn that I'm getting delivered tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. Oh, I've got so many plans. I don't even know what end to start. I have patterns in my head, plans and whatnot, but I also have a lot of yarn already at home that is begging to be used, as well as, well, my brother's blanket that's in the making already. I need to continue working on that when I'm done with this one. I might not really have a deadline on it anymore, or, well, I had a little, like, I was hoping to have it done, but that's before I kind of figured out that I wanted to make a blanket for my daughter's birthday, and my brother's birthday was yesterday, so it would have been nice if his blanket would have been done yesterday, but then again, I wouldn't have been able to deliver it to him yet anyway, so I'm not gonna stress because of that. And well, I have been busy celebrating my own birthday, so I did have I was planning to do a birthday live stream, but I just didn't make it. It was just, yeah, not happening. Tack, Eva. So I was so tired on my birthday. I was like, I want to do a live stream since it is my birthday, but I spent the whole day almost 10 hours crocheting at church with 50 other women and a man. No, two men. There was one man there. He was knitting because most of them were knitting. There was a few crocheter, but most of the people were knitting, and we had one man knitting, and then we had one man as well. Uh, his wife was there selling hand dyed yarn. So he was basically there to help her like carry all her yarn and all the stuff from the car and into the place. And oh, hi camper. I saw you wrote something and then you didn't want to have it there anymore. But nice to see you here again. So, well, yeah, so there was one man there for the muscles, and then we were, I think it was a total of 54 people, with a majority knitting. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, but I was so tired, so I'm sorry that I didn't have the energy to do a live stream afterward. It would have been fun since it was my birthday, but it is what it is, right? And I'm here now. But I did work a lot on this blanket. I did do, well, a majority of this part here this Saturday, because when I was finished with the pink, instead of switching to the next cake when I was there, I continued with the shawl that I have in the making instead, because I needed a break, because I'd been working on it for non-stop since 10 o'clock in the morning. And I think when I switched over to the shawl, it was probably around 5 in the afternoon. So yeah, it was a lot of time spent with this beauty, but it needs the time right now, so I'm gonna give it the time. And I'm really, really gonna be happy when it's finished. And I might even push it to make it done before the 18th, since my daughter's birthday is on the 20th, and we decided on the 18th that we're gonna celebrate with all her cousins and such. So there's gonna be people coming over, which means it would be nice if this could also be, well, gifted at the same time, I guess. So I get to brag and show everyone else what I've done. Kind of like that. An opportunity to show off. It doesn't happen very often, but I figured why not? I can, so I should. I will. Oh, and I need to just vent here a bit. Okay, I got so frustrated earlier today. I have a family member that crochets, and she's really good at it as well. She's been crocheting for far longer than I have. She's older than I am, so nothing really wrong about that. And she does a lot of baby blankets and some amigurumis and such. And nothing wrong with that. But one of her daughters got some stuff from her that she's gonna then gift to a friend. And it just makes me itch so bad that she's calling it knit. It's crocheted, okay? Your mother crocheted some stuff for you, and you don't even know that they're crocheted. You say that they're knitted. I'm sorry, it just bothers me that you don't know the difference. yeah, it's not like she doesn't know, it just ignorant. And it's just a bit annoying and frustrating. Yeah, just, yeah. You should know better. That's like, I do understand people that doesn't know anything at all, but like, I know she knows the difference. So it just. Yeah. String. Nice one. No, nah. Mm. You gonna go play with your strings? There's other strings that's usually attached to at least some husbands. Pop it on a string. That's another fun string to play with. Make 'em dance. Now I only have my head full of all of those like hand puppets with strings. Like, I don't know what they're called. Here we say marionette. So I don't know if they have any like similar, but yeah. But you know, the ones that has like a cross and then there's strings hanging from different places attached to different limbs and then you move it around and they, yeah. Is it just puppet on a string maybe? But that's what's dancing in my head. Yeah. I bet that would make him a little bit like, yep, not a not a boat, it's a ship. Awesome. That's a fair. It's yeah, it's enough to be like, yep. So I'm just trying something out here. I have to check. But nope, that doesn't work. I'm really loving the fact that there's no part of this blanket that's really similar to another, so far at least. Like when from the center here, I'm just gonna hide that one where I can see it. So since everything here is pink, and it's quite of a big chunk of pink, it's not gonna be anything similar to it. And we have these purple with pink in here, and blue and green in these arches, and then a lot of yellow, and then we get the green and blue, but like it's the opposite to here because there's the purple and blue underneath and the green above, and here we have the green underneath and the blue goes over to the purple above. Of course there's pink arches here just like in the center, but we got like a more narrow part of pink, so there's these pops of purple around it. And now we're getting like the green that go into the yellow, and we will have yellow after this. It's really nice that there's not really a repeat. Like the pattern is a repeat, but the colors are not. Hello, Lashera. Welcome. Happy to see you here. So are we loving the rainbow vibes, or is it not rainbow enough since there's no orange? This is actually a blanket, if this is what you're talking about. It's a square blanket. We have the square center here. Well, I'll show you the actual middle of it. Here we have the middle. It's for my daughter that turns 3 here in just, well, a little over a week. So I need to make it bigger than a baby blanket. So this is what I would say more of a toddler sized, I guess. This is what the yarn looks like. And I'm gonna use this cake as well. This is what I have left of the cake I'm using right now. But it's 4 cakes in total, with the first one starting from the inside, or from the outside going in. So we have the outside and going in, and then the next one I went from the inside going out and from the outside going in, and the last one will be going from the inside to out. So it will start with pink in the middle and end with pink on the outside. But yeah, this is what I have left. It is Hooked on Sunshine, the designer, and it's called Whatchamacallit. And it's a repeat. So all these sections are the same. You have the arches and the popcorns, and this part here I'm calling pineapple. At least when we're looking here at the yellow part, they remind me of pineapples. You have the little pineapple and you have the leaves above it. So it's a fairly easy pattern to repeat, and it's really well written. So I do recommend this designer and her patterns. I have done other patterns as well of this designer. Well, when you do live on your phone, it's always like in the standing position. So when you're looking from like a computer, it's not the like laying down. And I'm apparently not able to change that. So I don't know if that's just like the downside of doing lives, I guess, that I can't change. Because I tried to have it like laying down because it would be like better on the computer, but it don't want to let me change the settings. So I did try that before. Yes, I have links, and I think I have mentioned them like direct links in some of the previous lives. I don't have it linked in the description of this live, but I will update that after I'm finished. But well, finished the stream. I usually like edit and add that to the end of it. No, it won't let me use it sideways. I tried, but then it just says that I'm like I'm not allowed to, or like turn your phone. It just says turn it back. But the yarn is from Hobby. Let's see here. We have Hobby, and this is Dahlia, and it's 100% cotton, and it's 4 strands not twisted together. It's just held together. The colorway is called Deep Impact, and it's color number 003. and I am using a 3.25 millimeter crochet hook. So one of these cakes is 200 grams, which is 7 ounces, 800 meters, that's 874 yards. So that times 4 is what I'm using for this blanket. And I know I'm a pretty loose hooker, so if you're tighter, then you might want to use the recommended 3.5 to 4 millimeter crochet hook. But I know that I like the better stitch definition I get with the smaller hook. So that's why I downsize. But that's, yeah, I'm usually fairly loose tension. So yeah, that's the yarn, and the pattern is available on Ravelry. Hooked on Sunshine is the designer, and this is the whatchamacallit. She has a couple of really nice other patterns as well. Ah, okay. So you can't see the, you have to choose either the chat or the screen. I get it. I'm not sure why YouTube's not letting me use the like sideways, because that just feels more like normal to me, since that's like when I film I use the sideways, so I have to like change my whole setup to do lives. It's been a while since I actually uploaded a real video now, because I've been doing lives and I've been doing shorts most of the time. Yeah. But I don't really know, like, I just know what I want to share, but I don't know if that's what people want to see. So it's a bit tricky. But I will most likely have the yarn coming tomorrow, and that's my birthday haul. I did get some gift cards and some yarn money, and I had to place an order because there was also a sale that I couldn't miss out on. So since it's my birthday, I figured I'd spoil myself a bit also. So there might be some extra yarns, or well, that is a bit more extra than what I would normally order, because I just felt like spoiling myself. So yeah, and I did also take a peek in the point shop, which means there's quite a lot in the package. Yes, because I had some points to spend. So I'm hoping to be able to do a live haul tomorrow, maybe. At least I'm planning for it, but if I'm not available, like if it's not gonna happen, then it will at least come up as a video. I know that much, because I will definitely share my birthday haul with everyone here, so you don't have to worry about missing out. It's just a question on if it's a video or if it's like you have to well, look at the live afterwards, I guess. But there's some really, really pretty yarns coming, and I'm gonna have a hard time deciding on what yarn to use first, as well as, well, finish this one when there's more yarn at home to play with, because that can also be a bit tricky when the other ones are yelling, pick me, pick me. Do you have that as well? That yarn talks to you and be like, I don't want to be in this box anymore. Come grab me. Make something pretty out of me. And then there's yarns that's just too pretty that you can't find the right pattern for it, and it just stays on the shelf and be like, I want to become something, but I don't know what I want to be. And yeah, it's just sometimes they're just too pretty, and I just want to have them because they're pretty. And if it's pretty enough, I might buy two so I can actually make something out of one of them and still have one to just look at. Oh my god, that's just so terrible. Yes, I am a yarn addict, and that's how it is. And don't blame me if you get in the mood to buy more yarn after seeing my haul tomorrow. I guess it's both a good or a bad thing that the sale that I ordered during is over, so you can't take advantage of the same prices that I had. But I know that the yarns I purchased will come on sale again, because that's how hobby works. They have a sale and then they switch it out to other yarns, and then in a few months the same yarns will be back on sale and you will be able to snatch a good deal again. It's definitely something that, like, most of their yarns will be going on sale. Well, I have a little thing for basically popping in on the hobby website at least once daily to see if there's anything new in their new section, as well as if there's anything interesting on sale. I don't order very often, but when I do order, well, not just one or two. There's always free shipping. That's basically what yeah, it's more of a rule. If you order, you're ordering with free shipping. So I did make 2 orders during the Black Week period, because I ordered in the beginning and then they added and added and added, so I had to order again because there was new yarns that just wasn't on sale in the beginning of the week there. So, and when I ordered for this blanket, I did order some more. But yeah, you can always find my previous hauls, because all my previous hauls are in videos on my channel. I just feel like I don't have enough time to use it all. There's not enough hours in the day to crochet away the amount of yarn that I have. And I probably wouldn't have made an order now if it hadn't been for the fact that I did get, like, birthday yarn money and gift cards and such, as well as my 10% birthday discount from Hobby, as well as a sale that had yarn that I've been drooling over for quite a while, but I just haven't had, well, I hadn't had a strong enough reason to order it, as well as there's always something else that I need to be making, and so many ideas, so many plans, and not enough time. So yeah, I did spoil myself now, and I probably have some more yarn that I have no idea what I'm gonna make with it, but I also have plans for, I would say, most of it. I do have plans because I did have to pick and choose. Still, like, I can't fit too much yarn at home. I need to use more up. So it is what it is. And I could definitely have ordered more. That's for sure. Yeah, shopping the stash is something I should be doing more, but then again, sometimes there's a birthday. It happens. Whoopsie. And now I will have so much yarn. Like I had a lot of yarn before. I did do the mystery cake bags last year. So got I think I got a hold of a total of 7 mystery cake bags. And I still have some of those cakes left, as well as just buying loose cakes in colors that I really like, as well as Halloween cakes. Love Halloween cakes. Black Week special limited edition. Also love them. As well as all the other beautiful, beautiful yarn. Universe is also a favorite of mine. But yeah, I'm really a sucker for these cotton cakes. You ordered cubes? What kind of cubes is that? I don't know. Is that like something you store yarn in, like boxes? I think I have like majority of my yarn in plastic totes stashed away, but I do have a couple of, well, hobby bags that I haven't really unpacked yet. I should get better at fixing with that, but sometimes you just want it, like, nearby. Oh, okay, you mean that type of cubes. So that's for storing all your yarn. What, you have too much yarn to fit in the cubes, or you had like too big skeins cakes so they don't fit? I think I've seen quite a lot of pictures of that type of storage system. I don't think we have anything. Okay, so it's just you basically need more cubes then? That's what you're saying. You don't need less yarn, you need more cubes to stash it in. At least that's what I'm hearing. That's a bummer. It really sounds like you need more cubes more than anything. I'm so in love with the colors. Like, I thought I would be getting annoyed as like the longer I got, because now I'm at a point where most of the rounds is longer than the color changes. So I have, well, some yarn eating stitches type of rounds where I have like 2 color changes on the same round. And I thought I would be like starting to get bothered by the colors being, well, more or less, I don't know, that the color changes would come so that the yellow might not even be next to green, but that's not going to happen since the green is like down here in the blue, and then there's more and more green until it's green and like into the yellows. So it's not like blue next to yellow. And I don't think it's even going to get closer on the next cake, even though the rounds are longer and longer. But there's only been a few rows as of yet that has like multiple color changes in the same row. And I don't think it's going to be that much more. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's going to be 3 color changes in a row, but I don't think that's going to happen. I had a hard time imagining how this would turn out, but I'm really, really happy that I made it in this way, because I was first thinking, should I just go from, inside out and then take inside out on the next cake and all of them, but then I would have like a really bright contrast between the yellows and the pinks where I change colors between the cakes. And I'm really happy I did go this way, because it just looks really, really nice. I think so far my favorite part is this yellow part here, where you have the greens and then there's this row of kind of a ridge. There's back posts, and then here on this side there's also the back post. So basically all the yellow, the solid yellow, is being framed by yellow green and the ridge on both sides. So it looks like it's really planned to be this way, that I like color controlled it and that it's intentional and all of that. It really just looks meant to be. And I'm amazed that that happened in the way it did, but it's really making it a little extra. So I'm happy about that. Really, really happy about that. But yeah, the colors are gorgeous. Where did my hook go? I'm over here somewhere. Here we have a hook. Do you usually drop your hook and lose it to the couch or somewhere else? I'm really, really worried that I'm gonna lose this hook, because I only have this only hook in 3.25. I have plenty of 3.5 and 3.0 millimeters, but this is my only 3.25. I don't want to lose it now. Would hate to have to order a new crochet hook right now. Well, I wouldn't hate to order a new crochet hook because I'm loving this size, but I have a time crunch to get this done in time, and having to wait for a delivery of a crochet hook would make me quite frustrated at this moment, so I would rather not. Yeah, the remote. They have a tendency to walk away, especially when there's kids around for some reason. I don't know why. Is that a thing that kids eat remotes? Isn't this the cutest coffee cup? It has a smile. It's a bit cheeky as well. I'm worried that it's gonna spill out coffee, because it is like, yeah, it has a, it's not like straight on top, it's slanted. It reminds me of the coffee cup or the tea cup in Beauty and the Beast, when it's like tilting its head. But this is like when it's standing straight. I love this. It's a whole series of different, there's plates. I have 2 bowls, 1 yarn bowl and 1 bowl, 2 mugs now, and like a pitcher. But I'm loving these. They're really, really cute. The yarn bowl has an opening at the mouth. So technically, I think it's supposed to be maybe more for if you're serving guacamole or something, and that can like spill out on a plate underneath it. So it looks like it's vomiting something really, really gross. But that works perfectly for having yarn through the mouth. I think, yeah, I must have showed it. I know that I have pictures on it on my Instagram, but I'm pretty sure I've showed it some time during some video in the past. But I'm kind of collecting, I guess. I'm getting an item like every year, something. This time I got 2 coffee mugs. It's usually like, well, an item for Christmas or for my birthday. So it's not like I'm getting a lot of it at once. It's just a little extra on the side. But I really love the fact that the faces have like different personalities. And I don't think there's, well, of course there's multiple of the same, because you can buy only one type of face on like coffee mugs. But there's always like, the coffee mugs come in a set of 2s, and it's always the same 2 in each set, but there's like different in the different sets. So there's different faces, and if a face is on a coffee mug, it's not going to be on any of the other items. They all have different type of faces. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna be able to push through this evening and finish this cake off. It's most likely going to be very late in that case, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be sitting here streaming all night. There's probably other things that you guys want to do, not just sit here, even though I really enjoy your company. But I do understand that there's other places and other things that needs to be done and such. So but I am on the last green. So next color change will be solid yellow. And yeah, you can see there's quite a bit left, but the middle is always, like when you start in the middle, it always feels like it's starting to open up fairly fast. So I don't think it's gonna take too long to finish this cake off. But so far well, maybe. Yeah. So I can see that there's solid yellow here. So I don't have that much left before we get to the yellow, and there's still a long way to go on this row. I think I have about, is it 1.5 side left of these back post half double crochets that I'm making on this arch shell. Well, I'd say this is a shell, but when you make the back post, they pop a bit, so they look a little bit more archy to me. Just gonna test something out with the lighting here. Feels like the colors are not showing as well because of the lighting. Colors better or worse? I don't know. Hard to tell. Just out of curiosity, have you ever tried this type of yarn before? These, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be this dahlia type of yarn, but these, well, there's cotton ones and there's the cotton acrylic ones that has these 4 strands just held together, not twisted or anything, and it is fairly thin. So I'm curious, what do you think about this type of yarn? Is it a yarn that you like to work with, or are you scared of it? Because it feels like a lot of people are scared of trying this type of yarn if they haven't before, that they're afraid of splitting and such. It just feels, at least to me, that works with this a lot, because I really love it, that it is a matter of technique to just make sure to get all the strands of yarn. I think one of the reasons I love these thinner types of yarns, I love the fact that they come in a lot of colors and they have the really fun color changes and such built in to these cakes. But I also love the feel. Like, this is a really nice soft blanket. It has some weight to it. It's cotton, but it's not too thick in the yarn itself, so it's not going to be like a really heavy blanket. It's perfect for baby blanket types. It's light and airy, and it breathes. Perfect for kids. It just feels like you can do a lot of things with these yarns. The feel just screams that, like, it wants to become a dress or some type of wearable. I'm not very good at it, so I haven't really done anything of that sort. But I'm hoping to get better at it, or to dare more, I think, is probably where most of it is in my case. That I'm scared. And I really don't like to have to frog. and making wearables feels like you have to count, you have to measure, you have to check, you have to try it out, and then it's like, oh, it doesn't fit, it's too big, it's not big enough, and then you have to rip it all up, start over, and I'm just not seeing myself doing that. I don't have time to rip everything up. I have so much yarn and I want to use it, and I don't have time to redo stuff with on my projects. Of course, if I mess up, most likely I will see if it's like, is it a mess that I can figure out and work around, or do I have to just rip it all up? I know that well, way back sometime on this blanket, I missed out on one of these shells, and there's supposed to be 7 stitches on these shells, and I had only done 5, and it just really looked like terrible. I could not make it work, so I had to rip everything up, everything I'd done for the last row and a half ish, and that sucked, and I don't want to do it again since these rounds are way longer than they were earlier. But I did that mistake once, and I don't think I will do it again. At least not that mistake. There's always mistakes that can happen in different places of a pattern. If you're not counting, which I am not doing currently, I'm just chilling, talking, and not counting. So that might be shooting myself in the foot. But hopefully I'll be able to work around it if I make a mistake. I think in the beginning, was it like in this blue purple part in the beginning, I actually did rip up a part during a live stream. So there is footage of me having to correct a mistake. Yes, it happens. I was about to say it happens to the best of us, but I am not the best. I might be good at some of the things when it comes to crochet, but I'm definitely not the best. As I said, wearables scare me to, I don't even know. Unless it's like a hexagon cardigan, oversized. Oh, happy crocheting to you too. And enjoy your shower. Well, as I said, I'm like oversized hexagon cardigans and that type of wearable is just really easy. And it's not like something you really can mess up. So I have done a couple of those. But yeah, I am a bit scared of especially fitted wearables. Shawls is definitely not something scary in that sense. Ponchos, definitely not scary. It's more of trying to figure out the beginning, like how wide you want the neck part to be, and I don't know why, but it just feels like it's too much of a job to like count so that it's equal and figure out stitches and whatnot. Like, I haven't really found a poncho pattern that I like, and sometimes I don't have the right type of yarn either, so then I just have to try and figure something out myself, and yeah, scary stuff. I love using patterns, and I would like to be better at creating my own patterns, because that would be really fun. It just takes a lot of time to create patterns, and right now the crocheting takes most of my time. And I guess I have to figure out a balance there if I want to create patterns. So they're on a back burner. I have ideas. Just need to get them down on a piece of paper. They are just fighting with my other ideas of what should happen first. I'm really happy that I don't have a lot of yarn ends to tuck away on this blanket. One of the really nice perks of having these yarn cakes. Have a nice day, Lashera. If I'd been making something with all of these color changes that I'd have to like sew in the yarns as I went. Oh, yeah. Too much energy. I guess that's also one of the reasons that I did not decide to color control this blanket, to just make it one big fade from pink to yellow, or from yellow to pink, because I have done that before, deconstructed cakes to make one big gradient blanket, but I've done that with 2 yarn cakes at a time at most, and now I have 4 cakes in total, and that just feels like it would be taking a lot of extra time in this. Well, I wouldn't say time sensitive, but I do have limited amount of time to get this done, so that would require more time, as well as, well, a lot of extra yarn ends that I don't like to deal with. So this really felt like the right way to to go. But yeah, the colors are just so gorgeous. Like even the back of this blanket is just gorgeous when you see it like this. This is the back. And more details happening on the front, but it's just stunning. I'm really happy. And I don't know how many yarns ends I will have to deal with, but definitely not as many as it could have been. And I'm not very far away from the last color change of this cake, which is really nice, because that also means I'm not very far until I have to switch to the next cake, the final cake. I love cakes. Regular cakes and yarn cakes, yes. What's your favorite type of yarn or favorite style? Do you like the big cakes or do you like the small skeins where you get to pick each and every color you choose to use at a time? One of the really fun things I think with these cakes, if you haven't used a certain colorway before, it's always really nice and interesting to see. Like you see the cakes like this, but it's hard to imagine what they will actually look like when they're being used up before you actually try them. Like this is, yeah, like when you just look at a cake, the colors you can say like, oh, this is gorgeous, I would love to use it. But just like how gorgeous will the finished result be? Always very interesting and a nice surprise. And it's also sometimes hard to imagine, is it like nicer to use it from the inside out or from the outside in? There's so many gorgeous colorways and so many gorgeous types of yarns out there. There's the really, really pretty like self-striping types of yarn. They can be really cute also. And what are they called? With like the tweeds, like the speckled tweed type of yarns. And variegated. Yeah, just some yarns are just so gorgeous. Well, most yarns are gorgeous. Just certain colors I'm not really a big fan of, but they do work together with other colors occasionally. So there's no color that I would 100% stay away from. There's always some type of purpose for even the ugliest of colors. There's some colors that I've been maybe disliking more in the past, and they've grown on me as I use them with other colors. Mustard yellow is a color that I would say never really was a favorite, but together with some, I'd say, petrol or emerald blues and some gray maybe, that mustard can actually be pretty. Or if you're doing something really fall type colors with orange and red, that little mustardy type of color can hide in that and look really cute and complement the surrounding colors. But I'd say orange is probably like my least favorite color. And I think brown can be a bit boring. But they do get their time to shine occasionally. Even at my place. How gorgeous is this? It's so pretty. Makes me really happy. Need some more to drink. Let's see. Oh, sorry for bumping you. Perhaps I'm talking too much. That's why I need to drink all the time. Or I'm not talking enough. Who knows? Sometimes it just feels like sitting here and crocheting in silence is what I'm most used to. And it just happens. Not even thinking about the fact that I have a live stream on right now. I am keeping an eye on the chat, so even if I'm quiet, I'm still paying a little bit of attention. However, I do want to see if I can get, like, be able to see the chat. I have another device here, and I wish I could see the chat on that device, but it's not really letting me. I tried to figure it out earlier, but I don't know why it's not letting me. Oh well, it is what it is. Would have been very handy to have a extra window for the chat, so I could keep an eye on that a little easier. But some of the technical stuff I just have to figure out and get better at. So what are you keeping yourself busy with today? Or are you just having a relaxed time for a little bit now? Sitting down and checking out what's going on YouTube, or am I your company while you're cleaning maybe? I'm totally fine with being your company while you're cleaning, if that is the case. But don't blame me if I inspire you to the point where you neglect the cleaning and start crocheting instead. Or if you decide to go and check out whatever yarn store you have available or online or whatnot, because yarn is fun. But don't blame me. I'm only here to inspire you, not to actually tell you to buy yarn. If it happens, it's not my fault, right? And it is also totally okay to disagree with the types of yarn I like to use. You might totally dislike them, and that's also fine. Like if you're into black and gray and you end up here right now with this color pastel-y rainbow thing going on, I'm totally fine with you feeling like you might not be where you belong. It's okay. Of course, I would love to keep you company or for you to keep me company if you want to see it that way. Totally fine. No matter what color preferences you might have, or I have, or you know, you're always welcome here because we're talking yarn. And at least I'm talking crochet, but you might be a knitter, and that's totally fine as well. Because you can definitely knit with this type of yarn. Just because I'm not a knitter, or I know the basics, and that's about it. But I don't enjoy it. I enjoy crocheting. So that's what I'm gonna continue doing. I think this is the last side on this row. Yeah. The last side. And then I'm done with the back post. The next row is a fairly fast one as well. So that's gonna be nice, since this one is definitely not a fast one. It's taking some time to do these back posts. Perhaps I need to switch position for a bit, or at least fix my pillows a bit. I'm having hard time deciding on what I should start as my next project, since I will be most likely receiving another yarn haul tomorrow, and I'm really excited about some of the yarn I ordered, since, well, it is my birthday haul. There is some really special yarns in that haul that I'm actually really spoiling myself. And it's really hard to, like, what should I do next? Should I jump into one of those yarns? Or should I do something else? You know, some yarns you just have to find the perfect pattern. And I can't say that I have the perfect pattern for the special yarns just yet. But of course I can always totally dig into the internet and see what patterns I might find that might fit the yarn and, you know, look fun to do. Because that's most of the things I do is fun stuff. But certain yarns need certain patterns. And since I don't have the perfect pattern yet for some of the yarns, I have ideas. And I do have a pattern in mind for one, well, technically two of the yarns, or the cakes, I should say, because I have ordered cakes. It was my birthday. For birthday, you need cake, right? So, of course, I ordered cake for my birthday. But I don't know if that particular pattern is, like, I've been drooling over the pattern for a very long time, and the yarn has not been on sale at a good price when I had. Like when I did orders previously, and it's just not like something that I prioritized, but this time I did. But I'm not sure that that particular pattern is like the go-to as soon as I am done with this. I have some other small items that I need to finish, and I have another huge blanket that's way bigger than this blanket that I need to finish. But that's like, I can always start another thing to alternate between, as long as this one is done. So yeah, it's gonna be tricky what to start next. And I mentioned earlier that my plan right now, either if the yarn comes tomorrow or Friday, either way, my plan is to do a live unboxing this time. I have filmed all my unboxings, well, basically all my yarn hauls the last year or so. I have basically filmed everything. There's a few things that I've bought that just didn't feel like it was enough to make a haul video out of it, but I figured this one, it is my birthday haul. It is quite a big haul with a lot of items. So yeah, I figured why not do it live. At least that's what I'm planning. And fingers crossed that I'll be able to pull that off. Either way, I will show you what I have ordered. But if I am able to do it here on the live tomorrow or the day after, I don't even know. Is it Wednesday today? So either Thursday or Friday, yes, is most likely going to be where I'm going to be able to do this. And it's another Hobby haul because Hobby is my go-to. And I did get a gift card from Hobby. Well, I did get the birthday discount of 10%, and I got a gift card from some friends and some more just, money from friends and family. So I splurged a bit on yarn, yes. And Hobby is my go-to. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. I wish I was, because I love their yarn, but nope, not sponsored. And it's gonna be fun if I can pull a live stream unboxing off. And if you didn't know, I'm in Sweden. Hobby's in Denmark. So basically, when I place an order, sometimes I have it like within 3 days. I placed this order Sunday. I did get an apology email from Hobby saying that, sorry, we have a lot of things going on right now, so a lot of orders, and that they're working to get to mine. But the fun thing was that when I got that email, like half an hour later, I got the email that, oh, your items have been packed and now they're waiting for the mailman to pick them up. And when I went in to check on the tracking later on, I could see that when they sent the email, sorry that you're waiting, my package was already packed. So I don't even know why they sent that email, sorry for the delay, since it was already packed. It was just not, I guess, not processed fully in their system. So that was kind of funny, but I can also tell that the package has arrived in Sweden already today. So they picked it up earlier today, I guess. And most of the time, I will get it the day after when it is in Sweden. It just has to travel half the country. And yeah, that's not too big of an issue. So most likely it will be here tomorrow. Would you prefer a Thursday or a Friday? Well, for me, it's an evening haul video live stream thing. Probably a little earlier than now. I'm thinking tomorrow, since I will have a hard time not opening the package, because I know myself and I usually want to open it straight away. I'm too nosy and too, yeah, I don't have patience enough to wait. I'm almost finished this round. I am so relieved to be done with these back posts. And also, it looks like the next color change is gonna happen pretty much at the corner, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a little after. But we're not far away from the last color change of this cake. It's gonna be a close one. Will I have the color change on this row or the next one? It could happen either way, I think. I am not good at all at like eyeing out yarn chicken type of things, like how far is this yarn gonna go. That is something that might get better in time, but as of now I'm not too good at it. I guess it also depends on what type of stitch. Well, I'm definitely better at like eyeballing whether I'm gonna have enough yarn left for another row, like making a shawl only using one of these cakes. But this is cake number 3. And how much one row takes, I have no clue at this point. But yeah, now it really feels like a game of yarn chicken, whether or not the next color change is gonna be on this row or the next. Lucky me, it's only a color change and not actually like the end of the cake. Well, either way, I have another cake to use, so that's not gonna be a problem, but I am curious to see. One second I'm like, it's gonna be enough, and the next second it's feeling like it's not gonna be enough to last the whole row. But it should be coming very soon. So I have one more shell here, and well, there's a little bit left, so looking at it now, next row. I did have, what round was that? I did have like the perfect color change earlier. What was that color? I don't remember. Oh, it was with these where I started the shells, because the round before that, here you can see this stitch here has blue in it, and then the shell is fully yellow. You see that? So this one stitch has the blue in it, and then there's a change between there. That was really like a happy accident. Yeah, okay, so the color changes down here. this like so. And I'm gonna double check. Have to keep an eye on the pattern to make sure I'm making what I'm supposed to be making. Oh, sorry. So there we have that corner. And there was the color change. So very close. So this means I will have solid yellow popcorns. And maybe some pineapples in yellow. We'll see. It's going to be very interesting to see whether or not I get yellow pineapples. Hello, hello. I see some new company. How are you today? Hope you're doing great. I hope you have some relaxing time today, maybe. Is it time to crochet, perhaps? Or are you just sneaking in here to get a little bit of crochet when you cannot crochet yourself? Either way, I love to keep you company. And hopefully you feel like you want to keep me company as I sit here and crochet on this blanket that hopefully will get finished in the next few days. I still have quite a bit to go. But I am really close to, well, really close and really close. This is how much I have left of the yarn cake I'm currently using. So this is just pure solid yellow. All the other color changes has been dealt with already. I just had a color change earlier here on this row. But I do have this cake left to start with when I'm finished the current cake. And I will be using the yellow again on this one, so I get the pink as my last color on the blanket. And here you can see a big chunk of pink because that's the center of this square blanket. This is the back side of the blanket, but this is the pattern. It's the same pattern. It's a repeat, and the colors are really, really fun to work with. Who doesn't get happy with rainbow-esque colors? I know it's not a perfect rainbow. It doesn't have any orange and it is pastel and whatnot, but it's as close to a rainbow as I want, really. Orange isn't my favorite color, and I really love this particular yarn cake. My daughter, who will be getting this one for her 3rd birthday, loves rainbows. But she also loves blue and purple. That's her favorite colors. So I don't think she's going to be too sad about missing out on orange. It's really colorful, and I'm really loving this, how it's turning out. Some things are just hard to imagine how they're gonna end up, right? Color changing yarns can really be tricky to imagine. These have really long and slow fading color changes, so it's a little bit easier to imagine what this will be compared to like a variegated or more of a like short color burst type of yarn. Planned pooling yarn, that's a whole different level. That's a tricky thing. I have never tried the planned pooling technique. I don't know if there's any yarns that I can easily get my hands on that is for that particular purpose, but it looks a bit tricky to get the perfect tension for the pooling to like continue all the way from beginning to the end in the same fashion. Probably a really good thing to practice technique, like tension technique, to be consistent. Maybe I should try and get that type of yarn just for like improving my own skills. Could be a thing to think about. I've done that before. Like, tried patterns and projects and things that is out of my comfort zone just to try something different. I'm not a fan of amigurumis and such, but I did make like just a perfect ball sphere thing because I hadn't tried that before at that point. And then I did some, was it called dragon scale? A pineapple, like, I guess a pot holder in dragon stitch. Dragon. Yeah, it really looked like a pineapple. So that was really interesting to try another technique. And there was like leaves on top of the pineapple with yet another type of technique. I like that, to like challenge myself once in a while and figure out new things. Most of the time I do like a pattern once. I have done another baby blanket pattern that I have done 2 baby blankets in the same pattern just because I loved the pattern, how it was well written and what it looked like. And so I did that pattern twice. But most of the patterns I only do once. And it is really nice to try totally different things once in a while. I have been eyeing Tunisian crochet just to try it. But to try Tunisian crochet, I will need another crochet hook. And I don't feel like buying too many. You know, I just want to try the technique itself. And that means I have to figure out like what size of hook should I get? What yarn do I want to try it with? And like what type of thing do I want to make? So it just feels like I don't want to run around and buying crochet hooks that I'm never going to use. That just feels like a waste. But who knows, maybe it's really, really funny or fun to do Tunisian crochet, and maybe that's all I'm going to do when I figure it out. Who knows? I do know that I am a little bit itchy to make some more in the mosaic crochet technique. It's been a while since I did that, and I have some plans for mosaic crochet. It's really fun to try different techniques. And there's always something you can learn from the different techniques. Trying different crochet hooks with different types of yarn for different type of result. Like with the mosaic crochet, you want a tight, well, maybe not tight, but you want to hide the stitches behind it so you don't get like a lot of color shining through. So you want the stitches to be fairly neat and, well, I guess tight. And like this here, my stitches are quite loose because I like the drapey feel of a blanket with this type of crochet hook. But if I would do mosaic with the same type of yarn, I would definitely go down in hook size. I'm really happy that I'm on a row that is a little bit faster than the previous one. But yeah, the previous row was full of back post stitches and they take time. Feels like this row is flowing along a lot faster. What's your favorite technique or favorite stitch? There's so many stitches out there that I haven't tried that looks cool that I need to figure out like how to test. Like some is like they really look cool to be in a pattern. Like you can't just do a stitch by itself because it will look weird. And then you have to find a pattern where it fits, or like someone already like wrote a pattern that includes that stitch. But sometimes it's hard to like look for certain stitches. Because there's not a lot of designers that like have like specific stitches listed when you're searching for them. Like they can be in the pattern, but they're not like listed specifically in a list other than in the pattern. You know? Am I making sense? I don't even know. Let's see here. There is the middle, and then that's the stitch I'm going for. I'm really like happily surprised about how many people has been popping in and out of my stream tonight, and there's so many thumbs up. I'm really happy that you are enjoying at least somewhat what you see here, at least enough to give me a thumbs up. I do understand that you don't have the time to sit here all day or all night, but I really appreciate that you are here and spending a little bit of your precious time keeping me company. So thank you very much for that. With that, not saying that I'm going to end the stream, because I'm not. I'm going to sit here for a while longer, but I do understand if not everyone has the time to sit here as long as I do today. I was mostly just feeling happy that there's a lot of thumbs up. There's a lot of people here. Well, it comes and goes, but that's how it is, right? And I haven't done a lot of these live streams, but I'm seeing more and more people every time I start a stream. There's more people, than the last time. And hopefully there will be even more people the next time, right? I'm really happy I stepped out of my comfort zone and decided to try these live stream things instead of just doing the regular YouTube videos that I have been doing, especially since I haven't really, like, I probably have more time to sit down and film, since I do have time to sit here right now, but it just takes a lot of time to sit down and film. And right now I'm having this limited amount of time to finish this. And of course, I do understand that not everyone is going to be interested to see the progress of this blanket every time they see that I've posted a video. So I figured I'd sit here and do some live streams with this one, get it over and done with, get some more regular videos up, but hopefully I'm going to be able to continue these live streams because I'm really enjoying the company I get here. It's really good time to sit here and just talk crochet and have people interacting with me as I do it. I don't have a lot of people to talk about crochet and such around me. Of course, I do have the occasional meetings with the women at church that most of them knit, so at least I get to talk about yarn, and that doesn't happen. Like, it's a 1 to 2 times a month maybe that I get to do that. But most of the time they don't really appreciate the crochet. Like, they can look at this and be like, oh, this is beautiful. I could never do that. And that's where the conversation usually ends. Because my knowledge when it comes to knitting is very limited. And I don't know if it's knowledge or interest or whatnot, but they're not very interested a lot of times in the crochet stuff. But it's nice with the company, so I continue to go there and to see some other faces. Oh, and if you didn't hear earlier, I will most likely get another yarn delivery tomorrow, hopefully, if not on Friday. And my plan right now, I'm really hoping that I'm gonna be able to pull it off. My birthday haul, yes, birthday yarn, extra spoilage. Yes, I figured I was in the right to spoil myself a bit extra since it's my birthday. That I'd get some extra fancy yarn, maybe a bit more expensive than what I would normally buy. But I should add that all of it was on sale, so it's not like I went all crazy. Well, I did go all crazy, but within reason. So if you're in the mood for some yarny goodness, then keep an eye out for more lives from me, because most likely the next one will include a lot of yarn. I'm really feeling that it's hot in here tonight. It's been, well, it hasn't been really warm in here the last few days because it's been quite cold outside, and I do have a door that I should look into the isolation a little bit because it feels drafty around that door. But right now, sitting with this blanket on my lap, I'm feeling a little bit sweaty actually. And this is just cotton yarn. It's not too bad. It's feeling a little heavy, but as it should. This is cake number 3, or this is what's left of cake number 3, and it's 200 grams each, so this is 600 grams. What's that? It's 7 ounces times 3, so 21 ounces. It will get a little bit heavier since I do have one more cake, but I can definitely feel it. Nice and warm, snuggly, and a little bit of a, almost like a hug, which is perfect. So it's going to be almost like a weighted blanket since it's for a 3-year-old. I don't think a lot of weight is necessary for it to have the same type of effect. Or at least I'm hoping it's going to be a good match. It's going to be interesting to see if I'm going to be able to get her out of it. If she's going to be hiding underneath this all day and every day when she can. She has another crocheted blanket that she got from my stepmom when she was born. She did get 2 blankets and a little are they called lovey, maybe? A little like blanket type amigurumi with like a head and a blanket. And one of those blankets is a favorite. Mostly I think because of who gave it to her or who made it. Because she's running around with the blanket saying, "This person made this one. Made it for me. She did it." And it's really cute. She has been bugging me a lot that she wants a blanket, that I should make a blanket for her. But that's because she's been seeing me making blankets for other people and have been saying that, oh, this blanket is for this person and this blanket is for that person. And then she's like, well, make a blanket for me. So now she's getting 2 blankets for her birthday. The other one is for a doll bed that she will be also receiving for her birthday. So I figured this is the perfect time when she's been asking for blankets, and yeah, I figured why not. Perfect timing, right? Or what is it? No time like the present. Yeah, that's where we're going. It's definitely going to be nice to have a small project when this is done. Not saying I need a break, it's just going to be nice to not have something really heavy on my lap for a bit, because I have a humongous blanket in the making as well that I need to tackle the last rows of. But I'm not gonna jump into that as soon as I'm done with this one. I'm gonna do some smaller stuff in between. Because that one's huge. I'm aiming for a king size bed type of blanket. It's not there yet. But that's what I'm aiming for. So that one will be big when it's finished. That one is, though, I'm using a 4mm crochet hook and some DK polyester yarn. So it's not as tiny as this with the stitches and stuff. So let's see, 1, 2. I'm really enjoying that this round is so much faster than the last row. It's nice with the variety, feeling like you're getting some progress done. I've been live streaming for 2.5 hours already. Oh my. Time flies when you're having fun. Doesn't even feel like I've been here that long. I do feel that I'm probably like I probably should get up and stretch my legs soon, but not yet. I'm not stressing it. It just feels like I might have to do that soon. But then again, I still have coffee. I still have water, and I still have company. So I'm not in any way in a hurry. I'm enjoying the moment. And my leg might be sleeping. Maybe. It happens. Hello, hello, if you're new here, welcome. It's always really enjoyable to sit here and crochet away. And occasionally I get some company to chat with and to keep me company. Or for me to keep you company. Win-win, right? Which is awesome. I hope you get to crochet some today as well. That it's not just me sitting here crocheting away and making you feel like you wish you had time to crochet. Or perhaps watching me crochet when you cannot is satisfying to some extent. Might not give you exactly what you want, but it could be close enough, perhaps. I hope you are having a great day. And that you get to crochet some today. It's not fair if I'm the only one that gets to crochet today, right? Time to stretch a little bit and get some more coffee here, I think. Yes. Even though my coffee is probably a bit cold by now, I don't mind. It's so cute. Yes. The more I drink, the more of the face I dare to show without risking to spill coffee all over the blanket. Because that's not something I want to do. I don't want to get coffee all over everything now. No. No, I don't. Prefer not to, right? Let's see if I can get my legs to wake up a little bit since they're lightly sleepy. And perhaps I should readjust some of my pillows here again, just because I can. Because that's also something you have to do when you're crocheting. Think about how you sit. I'm really sorry for bumping you, but I'm not doing it for long. Let's see. Should I perhaps adjust the angle a little bit, maybe? See if you can get a better view. Since I changed position, perhaps a little bit more. Let's see. Good enough, I'd say. Hello and welcome. I see I have more company. Feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. Don't be shy. I don't bite most of the time. So as I previously mentioned, I will have a yarn haul with my birthday yarn order from Hobby as soon as I get it. So either tomorrow or Friday. And I really hope that you will come join me. It will be really fun, I'd say. Some yarn talk. The more the merrier, and yeah, I can't really wait. It's gonna be really fun to see the new yarn I've ordered, and it's gonna be really fun to share it with a lot more people when I do it, instead of just recording myself as I open it. I will give you my honest, true reactions as I open it. So that will be fun. I'm really, really appreciating everyone that has been here watching me, interacting with me, talking in the chat, all the thumbs up tonight. It's been really fun. I'm feeling that it's time to just tune into chill mode, watch some other people on YouTube for a little bit before bed, and I will be back here very soon either way, with the yarn haul, or maybe just a stream tomorrow, unless, well, even if the yarn doesn't come tomorrow, which it should, fingers crossed. But yeah, so my goal is a stream tomorrow and Friday, I think. Yes, sounds like a fun plan. But for now, I really just want to thank everyone for being here. And if you have not already, then please press the subscribe button, notifications and all that, if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on some nice hangout time when I go live next time for the yarn haul or whatever I share with you guys. Crochet, yarn, everything and anything in between there. Yes, fun times. So for tonight, I will thank you yet again. I hope you have a great rest of your night or evening or day, and that I see you back here soon. So thank you, and bye for now.